Hello, friends. Welcome to today's video. We're doing a fun one, or at least it's going to be fun for me. This is what I have dubbed popular songs I'd refuse to play if I had a K-pop radio show. Yeah, that's what we're doing. But first, I feel like I need to explain the robe sweatshirt combo. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. There's also a blanket in my lap, if you were wondering. It is 20 degrees outside, and the heat is down in my apartment. Okay? You're lucky I'm not filming with a space heater. And the only real reason I'm not doing that is because I don't own one. Like, I am freezing in this apartment. Okay, like, not actually. I live high enough in my building in terms of, like, floor numbers. My apartment's not that bad. It's probably, like, 40-something, 50-something degrees in here, as opposed to the probably literal freezing it is on the ground floor. But, like, I'm not good. If the blanket makes an appearance, if it's suddenly up here, don't talk to me. Okay, mind your business. Anyway, I feel like you need context for this video, so here's the deal. I was in bed literally last night, and I was like, maybe I should go to sleep. And then I tried to go to sleep, and my brain, of course, refused. And it was like, imagine if we had a K-pop radio show. Imagine how fun and like goofy that would be. Like, I could just fuck around and goof off and interview idols. Like, it would be so fun. Then I remembered I'm an absolute lunatic who would refuse to play probably 50 to 70% of like popular songs because I just personally don't enjoy them. And my radio show would get canceled, and it would not be fun and goofy, it would just be sad. Anyway, that's how we got here. My brain was like, that's a fun concept. So instead of going to sleep at 1:30 in the morning, I took all these notes, and here we are today, 9 hours later. Disclaimers before I continue. Firstly, these are my opinions. These are the songs unwelcome on my radio show, okay? That does not mean you cannot play them every hour on the hour on your radio show. We have different shows, we have different opinions, and that's what makes the world unique. Disclaimer number 2, in spite of the title of this video being songs I'd refuse to play, a lot of them are like artists, specifically like various periods of various artists that I would refuse to play. And we all need to be okay with that. Like, yes, it's cheating in every single one. No, I'm not sorry. Lastly, if this offends you, I am also not sorry, because these are popular songs, like, by definition, meaning I assume people like them. However, unlike people, I have taste. I am cultured, and therefore I will not be playing these songs. First is an easy one for me because it was like the catalyst for this video. It is the songs that I thought of where I was like, I would never play that. That is anything really off of NewJeans' debut album. Also potentially the Oh My God single, but definitely the NewJeans album. You would be hard pressed to hear that if I had a radio show. Like, yes, I am aware Hype Boy was literally the #2 single of 2023. Yes, I am aware it was in the top 10 for like a year. No, I don't care. That song is boring. Find a better song to request. Next is just pretty much a whole artist's catalog I would ban, but it's Stray Kids. It's pretty much every Stray Kids title. I do have a couple exceptions, but for the most part, Stray Kids will not be played. At least it's not that their songs are boring. Stray Kids songs are a lot of things. Boring is not one of them. Personally, I'm banning them because they're loud and they give me headaches. And I feel like if I had a headache while I hosted a radio show, I would just be pissy and mean, and it would bring down the vibes. Exceptions to this rule include most of their mixtape singles, because I actually enjoy those, and Maniac, because I like that song. But if you called me, say, and asked for Miro, you would be very disappointed because that's not going to happen. Next is another just grouping of songs I'd refuse to play, which is, of course, post-2020 127 titles. And also, honestly, NCT U titles, like the NCT Y titles. Both of those are out because absolutely not, no. Again, similar to Stray Kids, like, late stage, as I've dubbed it, 127, is mostly just noise. And not, like, enjoyable noise, like noise that gives headaches. And once again, I don't want to have a headache while I'm hosting my radio show. However, core difference between 127 and Stray Kids, for me, is that 127 has good titles in their catalog. Like, they've actually put out some bangers. You'd call me up, right? And you'd be like, can you play Kick It by NCT 127? And I'd be like, no, but I'll play Superhuman because it's a good song. Like, pre-2020 titles, fair game. Absolutely. Like, I will shake my ass to Boss. We are not doing late stage NCT 127. On a similar note, post like 2021, I'm gonna say a tease is out. I'll give an exception to Halazia because I like that song. But for the most part, basically any group where their demographic sound, I'll call it, is loud, is an out. Like, that's not gonna happen. They make songs I refuse to believe people genuinely enjoy, and I'm not playing them on my show. We've hit two of the big three, so let's round that out, shall we? Let's hit a YG artist. Big Bang. Don't get your hopes up. I'm not gonna say it's like a hard no, but it's unlikely. This also extends, for the record, to solos, like Big Bang solos, because there's one member I'm obviously never going to play. I refuse to speak their name on this channel. But G-Dragon solos, like the old 2009 era G-Dragon solos, those are out too. The one solo exception is Taeyang. Like, I will just put on his Rise album and walk away because that album is excellent. But, like, Taeyang gets a pass. Other solos, I can take or leave top solos, but the other ones and a lot of, like, let's just say post-2010 Big Bang, they're primarily off the table. We've had a lot of male energy, and I feel like I need some women to ban as well. So, late stage Giddle, like OT5 Giddle, aka Giddle's most popular songs, that's also not happening. The one potential exception is Queen Card and Allergy. I actually really enjoy Allergy, but Queen Card in terms of like the real titles, that one, if I'm in the right mood, it can be fun, but it really depends on the mood, and for the most part, it's going to be a no. Next, not a full group's eras that I'm banning, just two particular songs. I'm banning 17's Hot and probably Super, depending on the day, like 90% of the time Super. Both of those are out. I'm well aware those are like their most popular titles, but they will not be available for request. Hot actively pisses me off, and Super is bland and boring and does nothing for me. Also, depending on the day Aju Nice is out, not because I don't like the song, but simply because I've seen 17 live, and the never-ending Aju Nice has traumatized me in ways I cannot express, and that song bothers me from time to time on like a deep psychological level. So, depending on the day, Aju Nice also a band song. Next is Blackpink related, but not Blackpink the group. In spite of the fact that I don't enjoy a good amount of their titles, I actually would not ban Blackpink group-wide songs. I think they have their moments. I think they have their times. I'm willing to accept them. However, Jisoo's solo is the only one that will be continuously available for request, and depending on the day, Rosés, but Jennie's and Lisa's are definitely out. I know this one, I would argue, has probably the greatest potential to piss people off because Money has like 1 billion streams on Spotify, but it's a bad song, and I can't be convinced otherwise. Similarly, a good amount of Bangtan solos will also be banned. Just, again, group-wide releases are fine. Do I think they're solos pop songs? Yes. But I'm a pop girl. I don't know what to tell you. I can enjoy them when the time comes. The solos, however, they have a lot more solos that I would argue, more complex feelings about, so let's branch out a little bit. First, with the exception of 3D, all the Jungkook solos are allowed. I actually enjoy them greatly. I have a good amount of love for Jungkook's solo songs, and they'll be acceptable, along with most Jimin and Yoongi solos. Maybe not Yoongi. Now that I'm saying this aloud, maybe not Yoongi. Yoongi 50-50. Jimin 90%, let's say, and Jin has one solo song, but I'll take it. However, Namjoon, Taehyung, and Hoseok solos have all been banned. Hoseok's because they're bad, Namjoon's because they're boring, and Tae's because they're both boring and piss me off. Also, as fair warning, on the hypothetical chance I ever do have a K-pop radio show, if you request shit like chicken noodle soup, I will ban you, the human, from my show. I don't know how I'll do it. I don't know if I can, like, ban a human being from hearing my show. I would find a way. I would hack into the White House. I don't know. I'd figure it out. But, like, you as a human would be banned. That song makes me violently angry. Anyway, closing out this list, we have Day6's debut album. And for those who have been watching my channel for a while, I reviewed this album like 10 years ago, and by 10 I mean 2, but I love this album, right? It's not being banned because it's bad. It's actually being banned because I know for a fact it is too good. Story time. The first time I heard The Day, like the debut album by Day6, I was driving with the bestie. We were driving somewhere, and the speed limit I know for a fact was 40 miles an hour, and there was traffic, right? Like, there were people in front of us. I was going 70 miles an hour, screaming because I was losing my mind to this album. Like, this album is low-key too powerful to be played on the radio because people will get in car accidents and die. So for the sake of general safety, I've decided to ban it. I've decided that for the good of humanity, this album will not be played on my radio show. And yeah, that's all I got. This has been weirdly fun for me, for the record. Like, I love making these kinds of videos where I can just kind of rant at you for, say, how long have I been filming? 20 minutes? I could just rant for 20 minutes. These are fun for me. They're enjoyable. They're distracting me from the bitter cold slowly seeping into my bones. I will be getting back into bed after I finish filming this. But yeah, let me know what you think. I could probably do a part 2 if I so chose. Like, I could think of more songs. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment what songs you think shouldn't have been banned, what songs you think should have been banned. Whatever you want, you can comment. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I will be okay either way. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!